Hey guys, welcome to Creative Soft, and in today's particular video we are going to talk about 10 things which you should never do on an Android phone. So let's get started. So the first thing what you all should never do is installing the apps from unknown sources. I know most of y'all people will be downloading, I'm not saying everyone, but majority of the people, once they don't get a particular paid app or something, they just go to some external sources like APK mirrors, etc., and they try to get that particular APK. So what happens is the security is ruined, guys, because you never know whether the app is genuine or definitely it is breached, or a fake version of that particular app is there. And you should never do it, because with this particular kind of installation or side loading of this kind of APK apps can harm your phone. Another thing which you all should never do is killing the apps from the recent tray menu. I know most of y'all, including me, I have that particular habit of just going up and just swiping all those particular apps which are not being used. What that does is it also offloads majority of your apps from the memory, and that can use a lot of battery power or data next time when you load that particular app. So please don't do it. It is not good for your phone. Next thing I want to talk about is majority of the people are using antivirus on their phone, because what happens is we have this particular mentality. We want everything to be secured. We want our phones to be the most secure thing, because definitely we have something like our main SIM card installed on it, and a lot of banking apps will be there. So just for the reason for security, we tend to install lot many Android antivirus on Android, so which is not useful, guys. If you are using for something like a Windows PC and all, it is fine, but on your Android smartphone it is not recommended. So please stop installing Android antivirus. The next thing what I want to talk about is using battery savers. I know most of your people want their battery to last for the entire day. So what you'll do is majority of the users, they tend to use something called as battery saver. So what battery saver does is the same thing what I told in the previous point, that it unloads the chunk of data from the memory. So what it does is it clears out the memory, etc., but next time when you're loading any particular app, it uses more resources than which was already using. Also it turns down something like a vibrator motor, etc., which also ruins your experience with your Android phone. So guys, please do not use battery saver unless and until you are running below 20%. The next point I want to talk about is using fake apps. So like some people, they just want to play Crysis on their smartphones. We all know those kind of games are not available on your Android phone, so most of the people tend to search for those. And if you just search for any particular app, there will be some fake apps which will be showing even in the Play Store, I feel so. And you should please stay away from this kind of apps, guys, because something like LumaFusion, I know most of the people have burst me saying that which software do I use for editing. So I tend to say I'm using LumaFusion and on an iPhone. So they also want to use LumaFusion on an something like Android phone, and which is simply not available. So if you tend to search or download from any other third-party store, you will be getting an APK, but it won't be a real app. So it will be a fake app, guys. So please stay away from this kind of apps. So the next point what I want to talk about is clearing the memory, guys. Clearing the cache mostly. So in this particular case scenario, what a user does is it tends to, suppose I'm using something like Instagram, I'll be going and clearing the cache, so that next time when it is loading, it is out of any kind of ads or something like that. But what it does is, if it again uses a lot of data, and with data comes the drain in the battery too. So please do not clear out the cache unless and until it is like your apps are hanging or something. So please do not clear the cache. It is not useful for the phone as well as for your battery. This point is very useful, guys, for all those people who are using something like WhatsApp or any other third-party messaging manager. So in this particular point, I'm going to talk about the fake messaging. Most of the users, what I feel is, you know, they are spamming up with something like fake messages, and those messages are the ones which are, you know, not even real. So please stay away from the fake messages, guys. And also please you know, make sure that the message is coming from a valid source, then only you can share messages. Do not share fake messages, so it just creates a havoc among other users. Back in something like 2012 or 2013, there was a craze of rooting the phone, and rooting is nothing but providing an admin access to the phone, guys. So I have seen even into something like 2020 or 2021, people are still rooting their phone without knowing what exactly it does to your phone. So basically rooting is nothing but giving the admin or higher privilege user rights to the phone. So what happens is most of the people, they debug and they allow you know, software to be installed, etc., and you can do crazy things like overclocking your phone to its maximum potential. So that is not recommended, guys. So if you do such type of thing, your phone might heat up, and that will again lead to some issues with your device hardware. This point is the one which most of the people, they don't know, is the app permission which is given for any particular app. App permissions are nothing but the app permission which is requiring, like if you are doing something like a Zoom call and which requires something like the microphone and the camera. So till this it is fine, guys, you know, giving a proper app permission. But just imagine if I downloaded something like you know, a torch app or something like a calculator which does not require your microphone, camera or a storage. So the thing is, when you Android users, they are installing any particular app, they never check the app permission. So you will need to check the app permission and give only those permissions which are required, and also deny those permissions which are not required, guys. So I hope this tip will be helpful for you all, and you all can just go to each particular app and check out what are the permissions. And if those kind of apps do not require, if you think that those apps do not require an input to your microphone or a camera, you all can just disable it. Last tip is a pro tip, guys, and it will be, you know, slightly improving your user's experience with the phone. And the tip is nothing but restarting your phone. You'll need to restart the phone maybe after at least like 2 to 3 days, or at least once in a week, which I do. I generally tend to restart all my phone on a particular day of a week, so that you know, when I get started, for the entire week, whatever I have collected data like ads, etc., they are, you know, sort of washed out. And this tips is definitely, you know, useful. So for example, if you are installing any particular application on your computer, what we do, like for example drivers and all, so what do we do? So the thing is, we restart the computer. This is just to, you know, clear out any kind of stuff which might have been stuck. And due to that, something like the ordinary caches and all, which you know, temporary files and all, which need to be removed. So once you restart the phone, guys, you will be definitely feeling that phone is a bit snappier to use in the hand as well. And this is one of the pro tips I would recommend. In fact, this tip I think would have been on the top list, restarting your phone. These are the 10 things which Android users should never do. Again, guys, if you like this particular video, please hit that like button and share and subscribe to this particular channel, because we keep coming up with such type of interesting video on our channel, because there is always something new to learn on Creative Soft. So thanks for watching this particular video, guys, and see you in my next video.